iconic and stately. 58 tops is a very difficult condition sensitive issue, and certainly it was dominated by the entry of Jim Brown, one of the most prolific and important professional figures of all time. Jim Brown, especially for that day and time, for professional football, he's an immortal, loved by just about everyone who knew him, a guy who had presence, off the field, in acting, and the personality of a player far beyond just a professional football player. He was a figure that was very much loved, and certainly that contributes to the desirability of this rookie card. Rarely does the card surface in such well preserved, well printed condition. We have what is a shockingly common centering shift of about 60-40 right to left. That's just the standard good centered example of this card. They don't really come a lot better than that usually. But the print is about as good as you're ever going to see on the issue. As we kind of zoom in here and take a look, but rarely do we see this card surface with, get some of this is just like a sticker residue on the surface, but rarely do you see the surface without print dots and flecks around, especially this black backdrop. You can see how well focused the center surface is here. I mean, you can see it, you can make out his eyes and his hairline and the color on his cheeks and his forehead. I mean, this is about as vibrant and bright and well printed as I think you're ever going to see on the issue. Just a really, really nice example in that regard. A little bit aware to the extreme tips, but otherwise, certainly a nice high-end copy of a card which rarely surfaces with these kinds of attributes. So all told, it's a very nice investment piece from the vintage era, and for those positioning themselves in that space, this is an offering that doesn't surface very often. So enjoy.